This is going to be a quick video in relation to the Artist Activity Badge for the Scouts section. Um, as you can see here, I'll just emphasize very quickly, there's a big OR here on your screen. This is just the fact that there's two main ways to earn the Artist Badge. Either the Artist section up here, or the Arts Enthusiast section down here, and you can choose between the two. You do not have to do both, just to make that clear, which is something that some people forget. So we'll just run through this very quickly. But before we start, I will mention that the Artist Activity Badge can very easily go towards your Chief Scout's Gold Award, which is the highest award a Scout can earn. There are a number of different ways this can happen. Mostly it's to do with the challenge awards that go towards it. One of which is the Creative Challenge Award. And by, for example, creating art or photographs, you can earn towards that Creative Challenge Award and, by extension, your Chief Scouts Gold Award. It's worth mentioning as well that if you are doing something that you've never done before here and you're learning a new skill, that counts towards your Skills Challenge Award, which again goes towards your Gold Award. There are a couple of other things as well. If you manage to tie in any of this to an international or environmental theme, that goes towards the World Challenge Award. And if you engage with somebody else in it, you can earn towards Team Leader or the Teamwork Challenge Award badges. So, kicking us off, we have Paint, Draw, Illustrate one of the following: a scene from a story, a person or an object, a landscape. And again, it says each of these. So rather than just one, you have to do each of these to show a variety of different things that you're trying out. I would say that if any of this is new to you, this again would count probably one for each, perhaps, towards one of the requirements for the Chief Scouts Gold Award and the Creative Challenge Award. And showing that you developed your skills. So if you have a less adequate or less good first drawing or painting here, and your final one is better, that would count additionally for another aspect of things in your Chief Scouts Award. And show a selection of your own recent work. Really, this can be anything. It says paint, draw, and illustrate, which kind of eliminates photographs, but that's covered further down the section here. I would say and emphasize that if you've got a history outside of scouting of doing art, as with any badge, anything you do outside of scouting can also count to activities inside scouting. So if you've done art projects for school, show those to your leader or take photos of them and show them to your leader, and they will immediately tick this off and count it not just towards your artist badge, but towards your Gold Chief Scouts Award. And we have the second and perhaps the easier of the options here, which is actually so open to interpretation. It can be done even about your favourite musical band, because in some senses, music is art by itself. So as you can see here, choose a favourite art form or artist to take an active interest in. It doesn't have to be a painting like the above up here. It can be pop music. I'd really say any type of music rather than just pop music, because some people like rock or classical. So I'd say this is more open to interpretation than's written here. Also, you have sculptures, theatre, architecture, breakdancing, or anything similar. So anything really that you can have an active interest in. I would say that generally this is harder to earn towards your Chief Scouts Gold Award with, if you do choose this path towards the badge. So I would advise doing more of this section if you're interested in getting that top award. But this is very easy to do as well. If you're a leader, really just choose whatever you'd like to do with your scouts, but bear that in mind. As leaders, it's our sort of goal to try and get as many of our young people towards those top awards as we can. Here we have for 2B, describe 2 visits you have made that are connected to your interest. You can use photographs, films, recording, concert tickets, ticket stubs, etc., etc. Again, if you are someone who likes a particular type of music, concert programs and ticket stubs would be a very easy way to tick this one off. But really, you know, as it says here, if you like going to the theatre and watching, for example, your student theatre, taking photographs or films or showing whatever it might be, is a very easy way of doing that. C, we have show that you know a lot about an aspect of your interest. And just as an aspect of your interest, it doesn't have to be the entire thing. If your interest is very broad, you don't have to, you know, spend ages figuring out every single aspect of it. Just choose one that you'd like. That might be, as it says here, a particular piece of art, painting, performance, sculpture, or building. So, for example, one play. I'd also say that one particular song, if you're into, for example, music, you could digest one particular song and say why it's got the lyrics it does and why it changes the way it does. As it says here, or you could discuss a particular person or historical period connected with your chosen art form. This might be a particular member of a band, or if you've got, for example, classical music, that would be a very easy way to do historical periods, or really any kind of historical music. If some music was written in the 1970s or 80s or 90s, then you can talk a little bit about the context of why it sort of had the impact it did when it came out. And finally, we have make a list of major events, exhibitions, or venues connected with your subject. If you're following a particular piece of art, this is very easy to do. It's all tracked online usually as to where the piece of art has been and where it's going. Or if there's a world tour or concert or something going on, that would also count towards this and tell people why these are important. You can say, you know, if an artist is showing in a particular part of the country, why are they showing in that particular town, for example? So that's all for the artist requirements for the badge. But again, I'd emphasize that if you can tie this into the Chief Scouts Gold Award, make some kind of international theme. If we're talking about at the bottom here, major events, if you relate this to international tours of things, that could be a very easy way of doing that. Or if you're drawing up here in this section, some international or environmental themes, that would be an easy way of doing that. If you do something you've never done before, if you do, for example, photography as part of this, and you take the photographs yourselves, that counts towards your Skills Challenge Award, which goes towards your Chief Scouts Gold Award. If you're doing this with a group of people, then that might be towards your Teamwork and Team Leader Challenges too. And obviously all of this goes in some sense towards a Creative Challenge Award, especially if you're making things by yourself. That's all for now. Thank you.